Today we're going to be talking about a 2-card combo that if you can pull off early enough in the game, just might be an auto win. That's right, everybody. Today we got Azorius tokens, and we're talking about a very powerful 2-card combination that if by turn 3 you can pull it off, you should be in a pretty good shape to just kind of close out the game from there. What I'm talking about here is the Bunnycorn meets the Segovia. So Bunnycorn, if you don't know, is a creature that gets, sizable based on how many permanents you control, and Segovia spits out 2 tokens. And when this flips over, you can then start using your creatures to convoke spells. What's even better about this is on your end step, you can actually untap up to 4 of your creatures. So there's this really cool combination where Bunnycorn comes down, and then on turn 3 you get down the Segovia, and you can attack into it with a 4-powered Bunnycorn to flip it immediately. And what that does is opens the door for almost unlimited mana for 1, but then you can untap all of your creatures to then immediately protect those creatures with things like Protect the Negotiators, which is only going to add more bodies to the field, pumping up that Bunnycorn even more. So if you have a perfect curve out, you're going to have these 3 cards in your hand, and you should be able to win the game. It's very busted what it can do. Obviously that's the perfect draw, but if you don't get the perfect draw, we have other ways to win the game. Obviously pumping a lot of mana into the Invasion of Phyrexia is absolutely insane, and then obviously doubling up your tokens with Mondrak into one huge Moon Shaker Cavalry. This thing can end the game on the spot, especially when you have as many tokens as you do. But the deck was nuts. I really like this deck a lot. I appreciate the opponent who I ran into on the ladder who pulled this Bunnycorn Segovia combo off on me, which inspired the build. But enjoy the video, guys. If you are new here, we do post videos just like this 5 days a week. So if you do enjoy content like this, if you wouldn't mind liking and subscribing, I would greatly appreciate it. With that being said, though, enjoy the video. Peace out. Invasion of Segovia, an absolutely broken card, and we get some really good players with it to start this one off. But today, man, it's all about the Segovia meets the Unicorn Bunny. The Bunny man is so good with this card. Being able to, get it to 4 power immediately and flip it is next level. And it was something that actually was pulled off against me on the ladder and gave me the idea to build this deck. And I thank my opponent for that opportunity, because it was a really cool learning experience to see just how good those 2 cards can be together. We get immediately hit in the hand, though. I'm gonna go with the Segovia right away, though, because if we can just go ahead and flip it, the sooner we can flip it, the sooner we get a huge Silver Scrutiny off, and we can, draw all these cards to replenish any sort of hand hate that might come our way. All right, let's see what happens when I do this. I'm not attacking with these, because if I attack with these, I lose out on potential mana I can cast for this turn. So I'm going to go ahead and just go here. Hopefully no kill spell. Nice. I thought maybe I was going to regret that. No, there's no way the opponent scoops already, man. Oh, we were just about to showcase the absolute nuts there, man. We were going to flip the Segovia, and that was going to unlock us, what, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. Pop either a huge Silver Scrutiny, or probably I was going to go with the new Phyrexia and just absolutely dump the board full of tokens. But the opponent scoops, man. Wah, wah, wah. Dude, that game would have been so sick. So unfortunate. We get a veteran in the opening hand here, and I was just about to say we're going second, so against mono red this could be pretty helpful. And sure enough, we get mono red. Been seeing a lot more mono red lately, so glad to have the veteran in this build. I think it'll go a long way for us. They are pretty easy to take out, though, with simple play with fires. We'll see if the opponent prioritizes that, though. From my experience, mono red seems to just let the veterans sit, and by the time they waste all their burn spells from their hand, we've already, started the game back that life, and they don't realize how powerful these veterans can be. All right, we attack because we don't plan on blocking. These are too important to block with, so let's get some damage, into the board here. And then Wedding Announcement comes down next turn, potentially. Hopefully Segovia, but if not, Wedding Announcement's fine. That's a card right there. Yikes. Wish I had gone first. I mean, maybe there's a chance we counter that, but I probably would end up playing the Wedding Announcement anyways. So probably not, but... All right, and we swing with just 1 because We want to create a token and not draw a card here. 2 life a turn is really good. I think they're starting to see the value here. They looked at the veteran like they were going to answer it, and they sure do. They said, that's enough of that nonsense. Yikes, I needed that, man. Because that forge is going to get out of hand quickly. All right, another land is good. I have potentially 2 cards to draw here, or a counter spell depending on what they play. We'll see. If I could just hold out a little longer, this wedding announcement's going to flip over next turn, which, you know, pumps my tokens up to 2/2s, which makes a huge difference for blocking. But we have the counter spell. Hopefully don't need to use it. Hopefully we can draw 2 cards here. That'd be ideal. But obviously mono red doesn't exactly like to, you know, just pass the turn here. They typically unload everything they've got. So we'll see what happens. I can live with that. I can absolutely live with that. Nothing too crazy there. That I can't really live with. That's gonna have to get countered, which is a bummer. All right, we gain some life. Counter the spell. Dude, that forge is a serious problem. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yikes, man. All right. I get it. It's my go. Relax. All right. So the opponent loses the token. Oh, that's a great card right there. That's a great card because I can bounce this back to their hand, which I just might end up doing here. All right. So we pass the turn. We gain 1 life. We create much bigger threats here. And we'll put a stop here because I'm probably going to bounce the forge prior to combat. But the problem is I'm hoping they play some spells here before combat so they can't replay the forge. That way we can counter it when it tries to come out the following turn. Nice. There we go. We're looking good now. We're looking good. Oh, they swing with everything here. Oh no, don't tell me it's a monstrous rage. It is, isn't it? Oh, thank goodness. Oof. Thank goodness. Okay. So we've got the counter spell now for the forge. I'll play this out. Say go. I don't know if we're gonna quite get there. We're gonna find out, obviously, but man, I don't know. If we can counter the forge and they don't draw another land here, we might be all right. I hate that that's going to get a pump too, though. It's going to get that prowess pump, which could be a big difference maker. I think they're trying to see weigh the advantages of playing the forge or getting the extra 1 counter on whatever creature they may have in hand here. Let's give them a taste of their own medicine here. I would never usually say you're go in that spot, but they you're-goed me earlier, so let's put a little pressure back on them, you know? They've probably got us here, though, if I'm being honest. Even if I counter the forge, it's not looking great. There's the forge. Saw that coming from a mile. We counter it. We get the 1/1 token. The token is a good blocker here for the Swift Spear because it chumps it, but it also gives me another life gain when it dies because of the Phantom. But I need to draw something big here. I need some help. I need some help. That is some significant help. I will take it. That is a big hit right there. My goodness, man. I do want to flip that. So let's go ahead and work on that. Let's work on that a little bit. And then the Phantom can go over the top to flip it next turn. We're at 8 life. And then, sorry, I'm getting a little antsy here because this game is so tight. Yeah, I don't know, man. I hope the top decks keep providing, man, because that was really nice. That's fine. I mean, it's not ideal, but it's fine. Okay. What are some things we'd like to top deck here? Any 1 or 2 drops. Yeah, I'm looking for a 1 or 2 drops. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's draw 2 cards, giving myself a chance at, you know, some sort of playable here. I played this land this turn, right? Okay, so if I hit, yeah, I did play a land. Okay. All right, so we need a 2 drop. Oh, that was very bad. Oh man, that was very bad. Okay. Guess we'll just do this because we want to leave the Phantom back for potential blocks in the air against the Godric. I could send the Godric back to where it came from if I wanted to with the Teferi that we're bound to get here. So that's an option. Is that what we do though? We gain a life, which is really helpful. Teferi comes in. Sending Godric back for tapping 3 of my creatures seems like a decent idea, but at the same time it doesn't. I think I'm gonna go for another 2 drop here. I'll take it. I'll take it. It is more life gain. This guy can't be serious with the year goes, right? Okay. All right, so right now we have Godric blocked, but if they play 2 permanents like that, where do they go with this though? Where do they go? They send everybody, huh? Very interesting. Okay. So they're gonna force me to block Godric, I think. Let's see how this works out here. So we kill that, we kill that, we kill this. No, I don't really need to block Godric. I go to 1. They say good game, and it probably is good game. Let's see what we hit here. I need some big hits here. There we go. We'll take that. We'll decline. GG's, let's go. Man, we take mono red down, dude. That one felt good. The early year goes, that one felt good. Oh, we had tokens here. We had this coming in. That's another 2 life gain. And then, yeah, I mean, potential card draw the following turn. That was a really fun and good game right there. GG's. Man, I am really shocked the opponent didn't give that at least 1 more turn there because, I mean, knowing my luck, we would have been at 3 life after the life gain, and then they would have dropped a lightning strike off the top of their deck. Knowing my luck. But they didn't give that a chance, which was kind of odd. Siphoning Insight. Sheesh, okay. What are we playing here? Esper steal everything I play or what? Alright, I'm gonna go with the Virtue here at instant speed. I would have gone Bunnycorn here if I had the Segovia, but I don't have the Segovia, so bummer. I hope we get the chance to show you guys how busted that 1-2 punch is, but who knows? It's funny, the very first game I played, we were able to pull that off and flip the Segovia on turn 3, and we had a counter spell in hand ready to go, countered their first spell, and the opponent just conceded. It was amazing. Truly just beautiful, but haven't really seen it since. Oh, of course we get Segovia on 3. Ugh. I had a feeling something like that might have happened. Ugh, that's so annoying. Okay, well, we're gonna go for it. The opponent is running Esper colors though, so expect potentially any sweepers. I need to find a counter spell. That's what I need right now. Counter spell to avoid the sweeper, but right now all they have options for are Path to Peril, which of course they have it. Why wouldn't they have it? Silly. Don't say it like, oh, that's all they have. Clearly they have it. Come on now. Let's try it. I mean, might as well. I can't believe they actually had the path there. That's wild. I thought maybe like Farewells and, you know, Sunfalls, but Path to Peril's pretty good. Got another one? Nope, just a wedding announcement. I'll take it. I'll take that all day. All right. Let's go with this, like so. Get that extra mana. They allow it. Wow. Oh, well, I guess they didn't have an option. Never mind. I attacked that way because I knew they could have blocked. I don't know what I'm thinking right now. All right, so let's go here, here, and here. That'll maximize my Silver Scrutiny potential. If I end the turn, I can Silver Scrutiny for 3. Yeah, I think I like that. I can do it for 4 technically, but I can't do it at instant speed, so not really the case. And I'm sure it's another sweeper here, though. Let's not get too excited. All right. Before it goes, let's use its mana. Silver Scrutiny. Hopefully no counter spells here. That would be a bummer. Inside's fine. Inside's fine by me. My deck is very synergistic, right? Like our build here is like working off of each other. Each card plays off of itself with another card usually. And so the opponent's gonna have a hard time if they're just taking bits and pieces of my deck to find as much value out of those cards as, you know, as we can get. All right, wedding announcement. And then I just hope and pray. I hope and pray the opponent doesn't find another sweeper before we find a counter spell. I'm not gonna play my Regal Bunnycorn out there, not until I can find a counter spell. There it is. All right, cool. There it is. Whoop, there it is. These are so important, man. These are so important. I'm fine with that. Help yourself. Help yourself. By the way, we've got the cavalry in hand, which we've won a game before with the cavalry and did like 200 damage. It's pretty it's pretty insane how powerful of a top end that card is. Yeah, you can have that too. That doesn't really help them either. Okay, let's put this down. Probably hit him with one of these when they try to triple block one of my things here. So let's attack like so. We do this. All right, and then draw a card. I mean, we could go Bunnycorn and then just pray that, you know, 3 creatures on the field is enough. I mean, it still would have been, yeah, it's 3 creatures regardless. Okay, I'm just trying to count the amount of creatures here because that's how this counter spell works. Essentially, is they have to pay a certain amount of mana based on how many creatures we have. And if I kick it, I get that extra token, which essentially, if I would have not played the Bunnycorn, I would have still had 3 creatures. So it would have worked the exact same way. So the Bunnycorn, definitely a much better option than creating a 1/1 token, that's for sure. Thank goodness they didn't have the Path to Peril. They would have been able to get it there too. The opponent's pretty annoying, I'm not gonna lie. I think I've got him here though with the potential cavalry. Because I'm at 7 mana. I'm about to be at the 8th mana I need here. Which means I should probably counter this because it's a flyer that can block, and I should have lethal next turn if I stop any sort of air traffic. So let's stop that, get down the cavalry and win the game here. I think that's what we're doing. Sheesh. Boom, boom, boom. That is so overpowered. We only read 1 because the cavalry can't be, you know, mana can't be spent on creatures. It's only non-creature spells when you're convoking with the Segovia. So this card specifically does not work with, you know, the cavalry. So it's a one of, because you do need 8 mana to cast it, but it is busted when it hits. Man, that game was unreal. That felt nice. And we have the perfect start here aside from the might. If we had a might, this would be the absolute perfect start. But I go second, which could change everything, especially, you know, not having the might. This could get disrupted very quickly. We'll find out. We will find out. A mountain comes down. Double mountain with no spells behind it. Almost certainly have a kill spell for this, right? Guys, as much as I want to show you the bunny into the invasion, They're gonna have a burn spell. I can't. That would just be dumb. We can't. Okay, I gotta let it through, unfortunately. Unfortunately, we don't have any permanents on the field.
Stop fighting till the people are safe again.
Oh, I still got 1 mana. Not anymore. Tricky, man. Tricky, tricky, tricky. Let's see. I just don't know what we're... I mean, we're probably playing against Big Red. I just don't know what comes out on 4 other than maybe Koth. I mean, Koth is a pretty busted card. Do we look to counter it, or do we... I think no matter what I do here, I should be attacking into Chandra instead of the Segovia. I think we hold the counter spell here for the potential Koth, because that card would be way too busted to let slide. That's pretty good. It's a pretty good counter right there for us. Definitely high value play. High value counter. Life gain is going to be massive for us here, so we might as well go here, drop the Segovia, gain 2 life, and maybe look to put this Chandra out of its misery. Thank goodness. And then we pray that we did enough here, because the opponent is struggling for land. They missed their 4th land drop. They needed that Chandra's ability to pump mana into the board to get that, you know, dragon. So, but of course, they have a perfect sweeper. Sorry, I get a little triggered when the opponent seems to have the nuts, man, and it seems to happen a lot, unfortunately. All right, another burn down. I'm sorry, another Brotherhood's End still sweeps the board here, because it would bring the bunny corn down to a 3/3 after killing the 1 token. So that would actually sweep the board, and we can't have that. Hopefully they don't notice that. Interesting. Okay. I think most certainly I'm going to be playing out the loyalty here. Create another 1/1. They both get 1 counters. I'm going to hang on to this Empire. I don't think we need to play another land here right now. Could be important to hang on to and just blow something up. We'll find out. Chandra. Chandra's back on the field. Thought I just dealt with you. Well, it's good to know they don't have another Brotherhood's End. If I can outscale, you know, the Brotherhood's End's power, which is 3, before it's too late, that'd be great. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to swing in just 1 of these at the Chandra, because I want to create another token, because we're actually going to get 2 tokens out of the deal with the Mondrak. So they take the trade, which I could just blow it up, but I don't want to. I think I'd rather make that trade, give them the treasure, go Mondrak, and get 2 more tokens. Boom, boom. And like I said, we outscaled their Brotherhood's End now. Mondrak and my token on the far left here is above the 3 threshold. So we do a good job avoiding that. But we could still get hit with a a burn down the house for 5. That would take out their own Chandra, though. And I'd be left with a Mondrak, so... Who knows, man? Who knows?
I'd love to.
Maybe they try to double up on Brotherhood's End. Who knows? I mean, that's highly unlikely, because if they had 1 in their hand this whole time, they would have cast it. So having 2 is almost certainly not happening. I'm a little nervous, man. I'm tired of mono red too, but you know, it's part of the game. 5, 6 damage. All right, we go here. Sack both of these. Give it indestructibility. Nice try. And we go here to draw 4. Abso-freaking-lutely. There's a scoop. Yeah, once I gave Mondrak indestructibility, I mean, what are you going to do? We were about to flip over the Segovia with our attack here, because we had the 4 power token. Flip it, 6 to the face. And then we draw, what, 4 cards? That's hard to recover from. All right, let's see here. The opponent just almost roped us completely out to opening this hand up. So hopefully they're not DC'd or anything. There we go. Okay, last game was good. I mean, another mono red win. And then, of course, Right up against mono red again, just like clockwork. But we do have two veterans here. We saw how good they can be against mono red. I just wish that if we were going against the aggressive version like this one, like I wish we could go first just once in a while, just once in a blue moon. It feels like we go second nearly every time, which is really odd. Conspiracy theory. Dun dun dun. Oh man, sometimes I'm so tired and it shows. All right, we're gonna go with Virtue of Loyalty here, and then next turn we'll go veteran into the bunny corn, and there's no way they're blowing up the bunny corn, so should have a really big blocker for a while there. And what is I'm sorry, I won't get too upset. I'm gonna try to take it in here and just chill, but I'm gonna ask very calmly, how do they always have Godric on 3 right after the Kumano flips, giving it that flying? That seems like it happens every time on the dot. Like, they never don't have that. Anyways, that's my little rant. That's my little rant for today. Sheesh, man. And then the bunny corn now is in range of being burned out. I thought it'd be at 4 toughness here, but I had to use my 2/2 to block, so that's unfortunate. Godric gonna get a monstrous rage, it looks like, maybe here. They can't pump that. That's good. They were 1 mana short of pumping, but they're trying to get 2 permanents down here to give the Godric the flying, so there's that. But then they're kind of giving away that they don't have an extra combat trick, no burn spells, no nothing, so I could block the adversary. So I think they're weighing their options on how they can get this damage through at the maximum here. But I think by them freezing up here, it kind of is a tell that they don't have something to, you know, do any combat trickery with. We'll see. Might be another 2 mana creature like another adversary or Feldon or something. I'm trying to guess by the way they're playing, but it's hard. See, if they attack with everything here, that to me feels like a bluff because of how long it took them to think about this. Because if they had like a monstrous rage in their hand, they would have swung through with no hesitation trying to get me to bite on the block, right? And they're taking so long that I feel like they're trying to navigate something pretty tricky here, which makes me feel like we're good to go on the bloodthirsty block. Okay, they're not even going to try to bluff, but I did read that right. Which means there's no monstrous rage. Could be a play with fire though. I thought so. I thought so. Okay. Interesting. That land off the top was interesting. Very, very bad. Okay. I got flooded out here, man. Nothing you can do. I actually had a really good read there. I feel like if we drawn anything, you know, wedding announcement, any sort of token generator, Segovia would have been nuts, but we drew a land and we already had so many, so that's a bummer, man. Another veteran, Mondrax, Scrub. I would have taken anything, but we hit a land. Fun stuff. All right, it looks like we might get another turn here. We're not dead. Oh, they drew a card though. Shoot, that might change things. I thought this was like draw a card and discard a card. All right, well, bluff or not, I feel like I have to take this block here. We're probably gonna lose the bunny corn here. I'm gonna block like so. We'll find out. 2, 5, 6. Play with fire does me in, man. I don't know. Play with fire, monstrous rage, any combat trick here does me in. I just gotta pray it's a bluff. If I block with one of these against, let's say, you know, the Godric or something, yes, it gives me a chance to survive against a monstrous rage, whatever. But then what? We lose the game because we don't have enough life gain. I need both veterans if I'm gonna have any chance here. So let's just play. Okay, cool. They were essentially bluffing. That's good. Here's the problem though. I drew again terribly. I need life gain or this goes over the top and just wins the game. So I have to pray that they play a spell. I have to pray that they play a spell here to allow me to play the negotiators. Nice. They allow me to gain a little bit of life, which thank God allows me to potentially live this turn. If they would have just swung through there with the Felda or the Shivian, I would have died. But they give me a chance. Thank God. Ooh, close one. Okay. This, and this is super unfortunate, but gotta do what we gotta do, right? Unreal. Well, I mean, hold on, we might be okay for at least another turn. This does create, actually, I think they have to play this as a land. I don't even think they can create tokens. Okay, so we might be okay. This is gonna gain me 1 life. It's a flyer, right? And we can make blocks for another turn. And then what, we just draw 2 here? Yeah, I think so. It's the best I can do. Yeah, we're just drawing dead. It is what it is. I mean, we had a really good game against them, but just could not draw to save our lives. They're trying to play that land as a channel, but you can't channel it, so. Actually, we can take 2, so sure. All right, it's official. The game just doesn't like me. The game doesn't like me in this particular instance. What a bummer. Send it. Oh man, that's a bummer, dude. We lose to the Shivian over the top. So lame. So lame. I mean, how many lands did we draw? Like, come on, like nothing you can do there, man. Bummer. Bummer. That's a winnable game. And imagine we go first. No shot we lose that game, but oh well. By the way, guys, last weekend, I didn't actually talk about it yet, but I played in that Mythic qualifier tournament, like to get into the Mythic qualifier, the one last weekend. And I did really, really well. We played Azorius. We played the artifact build that I made. And I turned it into a best of 3 build. And we actually won every game except for the very last game we played. And we were so close. We took down round 1 of the last game to get into the Mythic qualifier, and then I lost 2 in a row. Just could not draw. I remembered it because of the game we just had there. It felt very similar to that. Hold on, my family's walking in the house. Let me go close my bedroom door here. Okay, so they countered that. Bummer. All right, we get countered, but we have a counter of our own. Maybe we hit something good here. I don't know. Turn 3? Probably not. All right, that works. That also works pretty well. I think I'm going to elect to draw 2 cards here, though. Look to counter and then draw 2 cards. If they kill this, I think I have to let it go. Gotta let it go, unfortunately. It's not like we're up against mono red here, so I don't want to prioritize that living as much as I do against mono red. Very strong chance this gets countered, but we do have to try. Another make disappear would be just super unfortunate, you know? Nice. I like this. Let's play out the bunny corn, and then they probably try to play another cut down effect. Then we counter, create another 1/1. Is that good though? I don't know if that's necessarily that good, because then they just follow up a cut down with like a go for the throat. So let's just wait. Let's wait. Let's give them a worse target to try to hit here. Waste another cut down maybe on this. Wow, nothing from the opponent there. All right, let's try the bunny corn now, see what happens. Because at least we avoid double cut down, right? Let's say we use to protect the negotiators on the first cut down. Then it becomes too big for the cut down to even hit. A little bit of a trick there, you know? Because it comes with 6/6. Countering that, no. We've seen how bad the insight is against us, because again, our deck is very synergistic, so they can have a couple of our things that we don't really care. Our hand is nutty right now. We have the cavalry to go over the top. This actually feels like deja vu. It really does. Okay. All right, let's attack here. And let's try to hit this. They might look to counter it. If they do, I'll counter that. And then our bunny will be massive. Nice, that works. Glad I didn't have to counter anything there, though, because I'd rather hold my counter for, like, Path to Peril and whatnot. Allow it, allow it, allow it. It's for the big spells. The counter spells have to be for those big spells. You know, those sweepers, those Path to Peril effects, because if we can just get 2 more lands here, this cavalry just instantly ends the game, so they are running white. Very good to know. If we go here, that gives me 2 mana still to work out a negotiators, but it's not a great negotiators. I'd rather be able to kick it if possible. Maybe we just pump out a couple of these, which we probably should have done prior to combat here. All right, that probably should get countered. Yeah, let's just counter it. And then we'll counter again the next thing. And then from there, the following turn, hopefully hit a land and then cavalry. That's wishful thinking, though, because I do need to hit a land drop. But if it's anything like last game, we shouldn't have any problems with that. That's fine. That can go. That can go. Anything else? Shieldred's Edict. Non-token creature. Alright. Get in there, bunny. Do your thing. And then let's hope we can get this cavalry down. Hopefully no sweepers here. We just wasted all of our counter spells on all of that spot removal. I can't believe how much spot removal they were holding on to that whole time. Crazy. All right, they pump a lot of mana to -2 on this Wandering Emperor, going to 11. We still have lethal potentially, I think. If we get the cavalry down, that's going to be 1, 2, 3. We got the land. 1, 2, 3, 4. So each one's going to get a 4-powered pump. So 5, 5. Yeah, it's definitely lethal if there's no spot removal. It's a gamble. It's a gamble. Here we go. Okay. GG's. The gamble pays off. Sometimes you just roll the dice and sometimes it hits 7. And this time it hit 7. Oh man. Tough game on that one. That was a weird one, man. So much spot removal to avoid there. That's gonna do it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate it very much. We'll be back again here tomorrow with another video, but shout out to you if you made it this far. Thank you so much. I appreciate it a lot. It helps more than you might know. And I do hope you enjoyed today's deck list, man. Tokens are always something I really enjoy playing, but that Bunnycorn meets Segovia is just such a nasty combo that, you know, I saw that on the ladder, like I said, and I just had to try it myself, and it works pretty darn well. If you can flip that Segovia on turn 3, you know, you're in a really, really good spot. So I hope you enjoyed it. Felt pretty good, and I hope you guys have some fun with this one. But before we get out of here, just one quick shout out to the Mardu Mob. If you guys aren't familiar with the Mardu Mob, it is the membership program on this channel. So huge shout out to the people who help support me monetarily every month. I appreciate you guys very, very much. And thank you for everything you do for me. I appreciate it. But that's going to do it for me. We'll see you guys tomorrow with another one. Until next time, peace out.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Swayze, no Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the Mythic, yeah, that's magic. Yeah, MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. Where's the upload, man? Man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't cheap, yeah.